You just returned the SNP whip to Patrick Grady, one of your MPs who sexually harassed a staff member. That doesn't exactly send the right message, does it?
So I think it's important that I go through exactly what happened in relation to Patrick. So the Parliament, the independent authorities, found that Patrick had touched inappropriately a staff member on the head, neck and shoulder, and he was given a 2-day suspension from Parliament for that. The SNP group at the time, this was back in June or July, gave Patrick a suspension, I think, of around a week as well. At that time, as I understand it, Patrick was put into administrative suspension from the SNP, and he was referred by the National Secretary to the Member Conduct Committee, at which point he was given a 6-month suspension from the party. That suspension ended over the Christmas period, and as such Patrick became a member of the Scottish National Party at that moment, and like all members of the Scottish National Party, he has a right to sit as an elected councillor, an elected MSP or an elected MP as he is.
You didn't have to bring him back into the parliamentary party, though.
There's nothing within the rules in any way, shape or form that would prevent me from having a member of the Scottish National Party sitting within our group. But, Patrick is extremely remorseful for what happened, and what happened, in my view, was bang out of order, completely unacceptable in any workplace.
I suppose my point is that if this was a Conservative MP, I suspect that you and your colleagues would be saying that they should not be brought back into the Conservative whip. I mean, let's face it, there's plenty of Conservatives that haven't got the whip at the moment, so we might test that out soon.
Well, I've lost quite a few. I've lost count of how many Tories don't have the whip at the moment. You'll need to
8.
Is it 8? You know more than I do in that regard. But it's right and fair that we are questioned in relation to these things, which is why I've set out the timeline of events there. It's obviously an extremely serious situation that took place, and I don't think anyone sought to underplay that. I've certainly not sought to underplay that at any point during my short tenure.